Hey, this is Keys, host of Sports Vibes TV, and I'm coming at you with another Knicks video. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing a potential trade scenario between the Knicks and the Bucks. A few of my subscribers had requested it. They wanted to see if I could add a third team into the mix and see if I could come up with some creative ways to get Giannis onto the actual Knicks. So if you're into videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell icon. That way you're notified whenever I drop a new one. So with that being said, let's jump right into the trade machine. So as you can see, I have the Knicks pulled up, and we're going to have to include the Milwaukee Bucks. So let's add the Bucks in, number one in the East. And I was looking throughout the league, and I was trying to find a team that actually made sense to include. And what I decided to do was I decided to include the New Orleans Pelicans. So let's add the New Orleans Pelicans. They're in the West. Boom. So now, in order to make this trade work, Giannis is a very productive player. So it's going to take a lot for the Knicks to bring him in. So I would liken it similar to the Carmelo Anthony trade back in, 2010, where the Knicks had to move a lot of the core players that, we had invested in, whether it was Gallinari, Wilson Chandler, players like that. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to trade Julius Randle to the Bucks. So he's going to the Bucks. What I also have is I have Frank Nitti going to the Pelicans. Right? Also, we're going to have Giannis, because this is the purpose of the trade. He's going over to the Knicks. And where is he? My man Eric Bledsoe. He's going to the Pelicans. Now, I know you're saying, why are the Pelicans getting all these players, etc., etc.? So, in this trade, I also have Lonzo Ball going to the Knicks. Now, you're saying, how in the world is all of this going to happen? Well, we're going to have to start giving up some key rotational pieces or developmental pieces from the Knicks. We're going to have to give some of them up. So, unfortunately, Mitchell Robinson, he's going to have to go to the Bucks. So right now you can see we're building this trade package to the Bucks around Mitchell Robinson and Julius Randle. The reason we're going to be doing this is once the Bucks get rid of Giannis, to me, it would spark a rebuild mode. So they're getting Mitchell Robinson, who is a player that they can build around. And with the Knicks getting Giannis, we don't necessarily need a Mitchell Robinson clogging up the paint. So that frees us up to move Mitchell Robinson over to the Bucks. Now, this alone is not going to do it. Of course, the Knicks are going to have to supplement this trade with additional picks. So we're going to go into the picks portion. We're going to have to give up number 8. That's a given, right? And we need to keep our pick because we can't have more than one season consecutive. We can't have consecutive seasons without a number 1 pick. So we're going to keep that later first round pick that we have from the Clippers in 2020. But we're going to give up the Knicks 2021 because we still have Dallas's pick and we still have a swapping rights with the Clippers. And then also, we're going to add a 2022 round 1 pick to the Bucks as well. So this will be, the initial package. Let's see. Incoming, we have Giannis and Lonzo Ball coming in. Going out, we have Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, and 3 first-round picks. And then the Pelicans, they're going to get Eric Bledsoe and Frank Ntilikina. They would bring in Eric Bledsoe. They're a team that's trying to move forward and be competitive. So bringing in Eric Bledsoe as a defensive point guard. Well, he plays pretty good defense. He's a point guard that could help split defensive responsibilities with Drew Holiday, allow him to be more of an offensive threat. You also have Frank Ntilikina, who they can work on as a project. And with Frank Ntilikina, they'll also have another defender that they can bring in to help, relieve some of the responsibilities for Jrue Holiday. And just to show you if the trade would go through, trade is a success. But wait, this is the funniest part. You'll see the Knicks go up 27 wins, which is as expected. The Pelicans also get better. They get 9 more wins. But then you also have the Bucks, who are going to get worse. It makes sense. But like I said, in this trade, it's pretty much to spark a rebuild. And I know what you're saying. This is probably not even enough. So we can add more. So just bear with me. Let's add some more. And this is the funniest part. Before I get into it, just remember that number, that 27. Because this is funny. This just shows the sorry state of the New York Knicks roster. Because what we're going to do is we're going to add Kevin Knox, send him to the Bucks as well. And we're going to add Dennis Smith Jr., send him to the Bucks as well. So they still have less money coming in than going out. 30 million coming in, 44 million coming out because of Giannis's and Eric Bledsoe's hefty salaries. So just to double check once again, just to show you guys what's going on here. We have Giannis, Lonzo coming to the Knicks. We have Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, Kevin Knox II, Dennis Smith Jr., and 3 first-round picks going to the Bucks. And then we have Frank Ntilikina and Eric Bledsoe going to the Pelicans. And this is where it gets funny. So we're going to try to trade. All we did was give up 2 additional players, and somehow we gained 3 extra wins. How that happens, I have no idea, but that just shows you the sorry state of the Knicks roster at the moment. So as you can see, the trade would still go through. This is probably a lot closer to what it would take to even get the Bucks to pick up the phone. I don't necessarily think a trade will happen. Like I said in one of my previous videos, they've already had a sit down with Giannis and talked about where they're going to move forward or how they're going to move forward. I think the best bet for the Knicks, if they want to go after Giannis, would be in free agency. But it all depends on what we do there in this free agency period. They're already talking about, spending some money to get in Van Vliet. So we'll have to see what our cap space is like next season. I just wanted to bring you guys this video just to show you what could potentially happen if Giannis were to say he wants to force his way out, maybe at the trade deadline or something of that nature. So like I said before, if you guys like this video, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that like button, share. Once again, this is Sports Vibes TV. I'm Keith, and I'm out.